Hello, my name is Diana Hernandez, and today my team and I will be talking about the history of a local cemetery in Austin, Texas, for another installment of the Tiny Lecture series from Archaeology Now.
Flanked by two churches that do not claim ownership over its ruins, an overgrown yard lies quietly by Montopolis Drive. Over the years, plants took over the concrete structures that once gave meaning to that place, banishing the names and the stories that it keeps. Only the remainders of a gate, two pillars holding a sign, are still standing with a clue of what it was: San Jose Cementerio. The Unión Fraternal Mexicana established the cemetery between 1919 and 1922, and managed it until the 1930s. Since the beginning, it had a free burial policy, providing space, a coffin, and religious rituals to keep the bodies and memories of the Mexican and Mexican-American communities that came to the rural outskirts of Austin since the early 1900s. The place filled quickly and expanded into a new space in 1949, which also ran out of space in little time. Besides the occasional community-organized cleanup, San Jose Cemetery has not received regular maintenance since the 1970s.
Located in Montopolis, an old southeast Austin neighborhood, San Jose Cemetery and its surroundings reflect parts of Texas' histories of race, exclusion, and change. Montopolis entered Euro-American history in 1830, when Jesse C. Tannehill from Kentucky established a town site on top of a hill by the Colorado River. Named Montopolis, Greek for city on a hill, Montopolis had high expectations and competed for dominance over that stretch of the river with another settlement up north known as Waterloo, later named Austin. During the second half of the 19th century, the planters of Montopolis adopted schemes of plantation agriculture, gradually introduced slavery, and became a small-scale, thriving economic site. It even had its own post office from 1897 to 1902. By the 1920s, migration flows of Mexicans began to change Montopolis beyond its demographics. The influx of Mexican migrants amidst a time of multiple pandemics gave way to a growing anti-Mexican sentiment at the local and national level during the 1920s to early 1930s. We need look no further than our current pandemic to understand that fear drives racial tension. What we have in Cementerio San Jose is a history that has long been neglected. It is an uncomfortable truth that must be faced. It is a Jim Crow era burial site that illustrates the history of pandemics, since approximately 80% of the individuals buried here died as a result of former pandemics. It also reveals the history of segregation, as one of the few remaining segregated Mexican/Mexican American cemeteries in the area. It is a lesson in the history of labor, as a cemetery created by and for the Mexican and Mexican American sharecropping community of the early 1900s. It is so many things, and yet it goes unnoticed. Cemeteries are spaces that deserve more attention for the knowledge that they offer of our past. Let us learn from these histories in order to provide a better future for our children.
Montopolis is a historic African-American Latinx community. Despite its rich history, all the remaining historic structures are at the risk of being demolished and built over. Even more astonishing is that this area of Austin has no historical markers to date. Montopolis has long been ignored, and this must stop. There is a current zoning plan being challenged by the community. How can you help? Please go to the following link below. Under blog posts, you will see a downloadable letter template that you can use to voice your support. Thank you to Dr. Fred McGee for generously providing this template. You can help save Montopolis and its history from future gentrification. If you'd like to know more about the history of Montopolis, check out the book, Austin's Montopolis Neighborhood, available on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the other original video content from Archaeology Now.